Hello, my great and wonderful people. We welcome you once again to our today's episode of this program. And today we get this message for our table when we say we want quickly review to Una concerning the things when we say if they happen right now for inside this country, Nigeria. This one of the message when we say Tinibu by himself take crack on my side. We don't already tell una say na mouth of a fowl na in it take dey announce where in sleep. When the heat go dey meet these people for where they dey, na dem go dey use their mouth dey confess their problem to the world. Now, it don crack come outside for this message talk say APC and PDP crisis na good news for Peter Obi. So in the advise and also they encourage your own party people, say make they put their house in order because the more that they fight themselves, the more Labour Party they gain ground. And before we go ahead to review the details of this news to Una, we want quickly send this message across to Tinubu and also Atiku Abubakar when they be presidential candidate PDP and APC. Listen to our own word to Una. Una will continue to the fight. Whether Una try to be careful, Una not try to be careful. This confusion will continue for Una miss until Nigerians gain their freedom from Una hand. All right. Before we review the full details of this news, we want quickly beg Una for one favor. I beg help us to like this video. You know why? Now the only way when we say YouTube will fit help us recommend this video to every Nigerians. Now their own policy now it be that the more like this video gets, the more they recommend them to people. Thank you for your own understanding. All right, we will do small reading from inside this very one before we bring you other videos. And as we put our hand deep for inside this matter, they can make us understand, say, the eternal crisis, when we say it did for all progressive Congress, when we say they call APC and also People's Democratic Party, when we say they're also known as PDP, it only mean one thing. Good news for Labour Party's presidential candidate when we say in name na Peter Obi, when it be say it did gain more ground and also more popularity for inside this country ahead of the 2023 presidential election. And still on top of the matter, they can make us understand, say, the country's main opposition party, when we say they call PDP, they don't struggle to reconcile within themselves for all the problems and wahala when we say it they happen right now for inside the party, when it be say it come about because of the primary election, when it be say it bring this Atiku Abubakar to limelight as the flag bearer of the party. And as we put our hand deep in the contour, say Rivers State Governor, when we say in name na Yeson Wiki, when it be say it come for the second position for PDP presidential primary, when it be say as we dey talk now, it be the strong head when it be say it they make this brigade dey happen for inside the party. Recently, it don't declare, say it no go work for PDP, it will work against PDP for the next election after it be say in demand, say make the party national chairman when it be say in name na Iyorchia Ayu make it resign for his own position because of all the mago when it be say in play when it give Atiku Abubakar the license to become the flag bearer. And again, the contour say Dr. Ayu, it talk say the people when it be say they put them for position, which is people like Yeson Wiki and many others, say they be children. And according to the response of Governor Yeson Wiki, it talk say yes, we be children. And make you also remember, say those children now it give you the right when it be say you take sit down as the chairman of the party. And before now, all this issue don't bring a lot of challenges to the party. And even as we talk now, the challenges still they go on. And for us to conclude this matter, the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress, when we say in name na Bola Tinibu, it can crack come outside. Say one thing when it be say their party stakeholders not understand, not pass beside. All these problems when be say if they go on within their party, when it be say it not make them get settled mind, it not they do them any good. Rather, if they give more ground to the presidential candidate of Labour Party, when be say in name na Peter Obi, to dominate the whole Nigeria. All right, my great and wonderful people. Now, only this one we take from this very message when be say we dey receive right now. When it be say Tinibu take cry come outside, say the crisis when be say then they face and also the opposition party. You know they do them any good rather than they give more chances for Peter Obi to take over everywhere. Now, it be this very one. And before we leave, una make una share una opinion with us at the comment section. You get this video when we will quickly leave una make una watch. We'll come back for the conclusion.
Just leave. How far? How na dey now? They go. Well done. And they come back now. Well done, eh? Those are DSS men. How far now? I'm at the headquarters of the DSS. My former customers. So I came to see Nnamdi Kanu. I was invited by he personally invited me, but when I got here, they refused to let me see him, even though I waited for several hours. They claimed that their time for visitation has ended, and as a result, there's no way I can see him. You can see this is a yellow house, the headquarters of the DSS in Abuja, where I just been waiting to see Nnamdi Kanu today. I was invited by Nnamdi Kanu himself. I was here with one of his lawyers, his father-in-law, and myself. So we waited. We were not allowed to see Nnamdi Kanu. And I just, as you can see, I just met a number of DSS guys, all of them very excited to see me. But I think at the highest levels, they did not want me to see Nnamdi Kanu. I wanted to see him to check up on his health, mental and physical health, and to continue to assure him that we are with him. We are with him both in flesh, blood, and spirit, and that he's not alone in this struggle for the survival of Biafrans and the Nigerian people at large, and that is not a crime for people to demand for self-determination. Again, I spent some time in there. I spent some amount of time just waiting in the reception of the DSS headquarters in Abuja to see my friend and brother Nnamdi Kanu. I was invited by him. I came with one of his lawyers and his father-in-law, but I wasn't allowed to see him. So the moment I arrived at the national headquarters, I started seeing a lot of movements, plenty of movements, and I knew that they'll probably deny me the opportunity to see him. I'll keep making efforts to visit him. He hasn't committed any crime, to the best of my knowledge, that warrants is being denied the right of visitation by anyone. So let me once again reiterate for those of you, this is Abuja, very close to where Asura is, where President Buhari is holding Nnamdi Kanu extra legally at the DSS headquarters, and I'm just coming from the DSS headquarters where I wanted to see Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB. I was not allowed to visit him, and I'm very disappointed in the government and the DSS for ensuring that I don't see him. So I'm going to keep making efforts to see him, and I will ensure that he's safe and sound wherever he may be. I wanted to check on his health and making sure that he's getting internationally certified standards of care. It's very difficult to say that anybody will get any level of care in the Nigerian detention center, especially when the government is involved. So it is very criminal to detain people who have not committed an offense or whose only offense is demanding for their fundamental rights. So, guys, I'm going back home empty-handed, disappointed, going back to my Abuja space. I will keep trying to ensure that I see him, and I will keep campaigning for Nnamdi Kanu to be freed unconditionally.
All right, my great and wonderful people. I believe say all of you don't see that video from Omoyele Sowore, the journey when they say intake to DSS office, or because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when they be the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. This one are one of the things when they say we love about Omoyele Sowore, because he not desegregates. Anywhere when it be say duty call, he always the day there. But the reason why ABC with the CNC, it would be very difficult for Omoyele Sowore to take over power now, not past BC, just as we already talk on. Omoyele Sowore don't already cast himself when they say it make all his own intention known to the federal government of Nigeria. And now they don't hold that one against them because they know anything when they say it make Omoyele Sowore sit down as the president of this country. Nobody say this man not good though. He will use their eyes see pepper. That's why sometimes it good make we get reserve within ourselves. For the things when we say we know say we will do, make we first of all get the power first. Tell me now the reason why it be say in office see Nnamdi Kanu now because of say people get power. Abi now people like him. Now I wish for 2015, I think in 19, I wish Omoyele Sowore keep some things for inside his own mind. I believe say by now Omoyele Sowore for don't know how far it don't go for this presidential race when it be say it they run up and down. So now the reason why I say we beg every Nigerians, may we concentrate on Peter Obi for the now. We know say time to come, definitely people like Omoyele Sowore will rule this country, Nigeria. And if they come, definitely they will come with a good and greater vision. Yes. See the method when they say Obi and that they use now. It gets so many questions when they say that they try to bring out from these people to answer. You will see they will tell you, say, leave us. When we reach there, we will tell una waiting we will do. We don't tire to the talk. So sometimes this talk when they say with the talk, so it is sometimes they put us for tight corner. Now, what happen to Omoyele Sowore now in this very one? Not be say Omoyele Sowore not be good person, or he not really get better vision for Nigeria, or if he come as a president of this country, say if he lift this country. The fear when they say the Fulani Caliphate they work against Omoyele Sowore with every of their strength, not pass all the things when they say Omoyele Sowore don't already talk. Say if he sit down for seat of power, all of them will go to jail. If he sit down for seat of power, it will make sure say all of them start from the beginning to the end. All of them they will see pepper. Now all those one they hold for hand, they work against Omoyele Sowore. All right, my great and wonderful people, I will leave una make una share una own opinion with us in the comment section. And once again, we will say a very big thank you to Omoyele Sowore for the battle and all the fight. When we say it still continue to the fight, God will reward them. And before we draw the line here, we want you this medium to appreciate each and every one of you for your time, your effort, and also the one will be saying to the help of the share this broadcast, your likes, your comments, all of them, we appreciate them. I bet make not forget to help us share this very one as well so that if we still reach our brothers and sisters all over the world, because we believe in what they say, information, not power. And as we do so, God Almighty will bless you. We'd like to draw the conclusion of this program here. We will see you again when we see you. Remember, we love you all. Bye-bye.